Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope all the water has gone from near your houses and you're not still being flooded. That's been horrible for some people, hasn't it? Today I'm back in the cathedral and I've got some paper and I've got a texter and some scissors and some sticky tape. So I'm going to put my yellow bit of paper over there and I'm going to take my ordinary bit of paper and I'm going to draw something on it. So I'm going to start up here and I'm going to do a wiggly line that comes down there, across there and up here. Then I'm going to do a head. Can you see this looks a bit like a bird? Do you know what sort of bird I'm going to do? This bird has a bird sort of eye and it has a beak. And under its beak, it has a little beardy stuff. And on the top of its head, it has something that looks a bit like a crown. Can you see what sort of bird I've done? It's a chook. Have any of you got chooks at home? We've got 12 chooks who live here at the cathedral. And this one looks a bit like our chooks. That's why I drew it like this. Now the other thing my chook needs is a wing. So I'm going to go and find another bit of paper. I've got to go over there and find it because I need to make a wing for my chook. Look at all these chairs in the way. Let's move that one. So I've got another bit of paper and I'm going to make a wing because chooks need wings. So, and chook wing shapes are a bit like this. Do you think that's a good wing for my chook? I'm going to cut my chook wing out. So it goes around there, across there. Now I'm going to put that bit safe in case I want to do another wing later. And then I'm going to cut the wiggly bit out. Good thing about wiggly bits is they don't have to be exactly on the line because they're still wiggly. So there's my chook's wing. And my chook has its wing there on its side. And then I can get a little bit of sticky tape. And I'm going to stick the wing on so it can flap its wing like that. Do you think that's a good chook? I do. If I was going to colour it, I would make these bits red and then probably have a brown or a grey chook, but I'm not colouring it today, so I'm going to let you use your imagination what my chook could look like if I coloured it. Then I'm going to get my yellow bit of paper and I'm going to cut a strip of paper down there. And I'm not going to use this bit today. And I'm going to fold that in half. And I'm going to fold it in half again. And then I'm going to cut a shape out like a figure 8, like the number 8. Like that. How many of these do you think I've got? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4 of these little yellow things. Can you guess what they are? I'm going to put a little beak on each one and 2 eyes on each one. Do you know what I'm making? That's right, I'm making baby chicks. And they have little wings. Just like the mummy chicken has wings, the babies have little wings. So I have 4 little babies that belong to the mum. And these babies are out playing all over here. They're having fun playing around. And then suddenly something happens and they all start shaking because they're all frightened. What do you think has happened? Do Do you think it could be a storm? Or do you think it could be somebody big coming that they're frightened of? That's right, it could be a fox. So what do the baby chooks do when they're frightened? They get very worried, but the mum is there watching them. And do you know what the mum does? She goes and collects her chooks and she hides them safe, just like that, under her wing. So they're all safe. Can you see 4 baby chooks safe under the mummy's wing? That's good, isn't it? Do your mum and dad and your grown-ups look after you like that? Do they keep you safe and look after you when you're scared? In the reading this morning, in the story from the Gospels, we heard that Jesus is like a mother hen, and Jesus looks after us just like the mother hen looks after her chicks, and Jesus gives us safe places to be. And you know, we have to help Jesus do that, because we have to make sure the church is a safe place for everybody. We have to make sure that everybody who comes here feels safe. Do you feel safe at church? If you don't, then you need to tell us why not, or to tell your mum or your dad or your nan or your grown-up why you don't feel safe. Because everybody who comes to church should feel safe here. That's what being a Christian's about, isn't it? Looking after other people and keeping them safe. So I'm going to say goodbye and keep safe, and I'll see you next week. Bye.